Hey guys, I'm Aaron Lewis and today we are going to be doing yet another video. I plan on doing it on my female cockatiels, and in the background my male sun conure Arlo will be also in the video. But being that my sun conure is out and flying about, I've had to leave the two newer cockatiels in the cage. But Isla is out sitting on top of her cage. You can probably see in the background there. But she's just out sitting on top of the cage just because the two younger ones don't really understand my conure, Arlo. So they get a bit nippy with him and he gets nippy back. So it's just better if they are separated while I do this video. Just give me 1 second. I just gotta let my dog's out toilet. She's looking at me. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Alright, sorry about that, the dog just needed out toilet. So let's get stuck into doing a little bit of an update on all my birds. Well, my cockatiel should I say, so I'll flip you guys around. Alright, so I'll just start off with Isla up here, just being because she is outside of the cage. Now for those of you who don't know, this is Isla, and she is my female cockatiel. Now she is probably the most hand-tamed out of all of them. Up. I know, she wants head scratches, don't you? She absolutely loves head scratches. And if you do it in the wrong place, she gets a bit cranky and gets you a bit of a nip, but the nip doesn't hurt. It's more like a little bit of a love bite. It's hard to explain it, but it doesn't hurt whatsoever. It's more like just a little bit of a nibble. I'll see if I can touch her in the wrong spot and you guys will see. No, looks like every spot's the right spot today. Hello. Now I've held her for probably about maybe 2+ years, I believe, is when I got her. She was only a baby when I got her, but she was hand reared, so she's been pretty much like this since I got her. But she absolutely adores me. As you can see, she'll probably follow me to the front of the cage. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, just what I thought. Hello. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello? Oh, she wants her head scratched again. She absolutely loves getting her head scratched. There you go. This is what I want my other two female cockatiels to be like, just because she's honestly so friendly and so cute. This one here is Willow. Now, she is probably getting the most hand-tamed out of the two of them. I'm not certain if she'll let me. Usually she will hop up on my finger. But she's not having a bar. It's probably because the big giant phone's out staring at her. But she doesn't bite me anymore like she used to. She is pretty well hand-tamed. I wouldn't say she's completely hand-tamed, just as you just saw, she didn't hop up on my finger. But she definitely is used to my hand when the camera's not around. She doesn't bite me or anything. So she is doing quite well in that aspect. And she's still a baby, you gotta remember. She's probably, how old was she when I got her? Oh, I'm trying to remember. I'll look back at the video and put it up on the screen. I think she is 12 weeks of age or 14 weeks. I'm not too certain. I don't know if I mentioned it before in the last video that I did of her, but her colors are honestly one of my favorite colors and patterns that you can get in a cockatiel. I just love how she's got a bit of a white pale face on one side, and then she's got the sort of patchy wings there. Now, I'm not really certain what the type of variety of cockatiel she is. I think it might be a sort of pied grey variety, but I'm not gonna label her as anything because I don't want to get attacked in the comments. Over here, there's a big giant toy in the way, is Elsa. Now, in my last video, I did ask you guys to pick a name out for her, but I ended up getting a name from, I believe, either my mum or one of my friends suggested naming her Elsa. Elsa! For those of you who don't know, Elsa is the main character in Frozen, and I thought the name was fitting just because she's like a snowy white and Frozen's about being in the snow and everything. So that is the name that I've decided for her. Now, she is not in the slightest hand-tamed. When I first got her, it's weird. She was completely hand-tamed. He handed her to me. She hopped up on my finger, no problems. But now, since she's been here, she's just very nippy. She doesn't like being touched very much. She does love the other birds, though they haven't really attacked each other yet. I was out there trying to get inside to eat the food. But yeah, she's not very friendly, but I'm hoping with a lot of hand taming, I'll be able to maybe rear her down a bit. For now, she's just a bit cranky, and she likes being left alone. In saying that, I haven't had much time to hand tame these two. They've pretty much been going solo at it. They have been getting out, but I just haven't had enough time to sit down and play with them and learn them individually, because when hand taming, you do need to learn your bird one-on-one. You can't have it in a group setting. Like, I couldn't hand tame them on this perch right next to the cage. I'd have to move this into an entirely different room to be able to do that. So that is why they haven't really been getting much hand tame time. but I do plan on doing that in the near future when I get around to it. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently on day shifts now. So all the time that I would spend with my birds throughout the day has been fit into like evenings or mornings. It just depends on what shift I have. Also, a lot of you guys are probably wondering why the bird cage is now out in the living area. It's simply because it is now spring here in Australia and it gets extremely hot. I'll show you the room that they were in before, which is just this one here right next to my bedroom here. And it is extremely hot in here right now. We do even have a little bit of a sun visor on the window there just to try and block some of the sunlight and heat out. But it honestly does not help at all. We also have a ceiling fan in here, but it is still extremely hot in here. Scarlett, come on. Come on. Good girl. So that is why they are out in the living area, because this whole area is all air-conned out here, so it just makes more sense for them to be in the cooler air-conned area rather than stuck away in the room in the heat, even though they can get a lot more out time when they're in here, just because we do have a cat running around out here who is currently in my mum's bedroom over there, because obviously you can't have a cat and 3 birds out at the same time, because that would not end well for one of these poor little birdies. Now, as far as trying to change them over to a full pelleted diet, which is just this one on this side, I'm not being too successful with that one. And that is just mainly because this one here, Willow, she was raised just eating plain seed, so she doesn't really know what pellets are. And it is extremely hard to rear a bird on that has had just been growing up with seed right onto a pelleted diet. So I do give them both options. Occasionally the seed will run out and they will eat the pellet, but I'm still afraid that they're not eating it enough and they might end up starving themselves. As you can see, both of the 2 younger ones, well, younger, I think she's still older, but both of them still prefer the seeded diet on this side. I do try and mix a little bit of variety in there. There's some dried fruit in there, some dried vegetables. I have mushed up cuttlefish in there. There's oats in there. I just tried to make it very varied because I am trying to obviously wean them on over the pelleted diets and even eating fruit and vegetables. But even that they're not a big fan of. Isla only really likes her fruit, which is actually not too healthy for them. They do need a lot of vegetables, but because the fruit has a lot of acid in it and it's very sweet too, which can cause fatty liver and stuff. So you want to try and avoid that when you're feeding birds a lot of fruit. Same with Arlo actually, but he does enjoy his carrots and corn. I will say that though. He isn't a big fan of anything else. He also loves his apples. And I believe that's just because they're so sweet. Hey, you clean yourself? Hey. Want to be scratched? But that pretty much sums up this video today. I just wanted to get out some birdie content for all my bird lovers out there, because I know that I have been posting a lot of fish content at the moment, and that's just because I've been rearranging all my fish stuff, resetting up the tanks and everything. So I thought I may as well film it while I'm doing it, but I just really wanted to get out some content for all my bird lovers out there. So thank you so much for watching this video today, guys. I am hoping that a lot of you have been entertained by it, because a lot of my viewers are actually bird lovers compared to fish lovers, so I know a lot of people do prefer these sort of videos, being able to sit down with my birds and filling everyone in on what's been happening with them. So I do plan on hopefully being able to make a lot more of these videos. I do have, as I said previously, a hand taming video that I want to be released very shortly, but I've just got to get around to making that too, because those sort of videos do take a while, because there's a lot of editing that goes behind, stop starting and stuff. It pretty much sums up today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up so I know that you guys do enjoy this sort of content over my fish content, and I will try to get more videos out like this for you. And if you already haven't, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content. Have a good one, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.